Whoa. God damn. God damn, y'all sent me. Y'all sent me on that one.
Charles be at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got what I asked for and then some. So like this was, man, and I feel bad because the details, I'm starting to lack on the details. They're starting to slip. But I mean, this experience was so good that I'm like shaking still. Okay, it was that good. So yeah, okay. So I take a hit. So I'm already thinking, just from experience, okay, be ready for the second one. Okay. Well, this time wasn't no second one. I got it right on the one. I took my time. I inhaled it slow. I kind of did the Wim Hof until I was desperate for air. That's what I did, to where I was like, damn, I did the Wim Hof too much, to where I just need I need oxygen more than fucking DMT right now. But so what I did was, as I was hitting it, I took a little, toward the end, I took a little side breath. I got some air in there too. And I held it, and man, it was 1-2 seconds, reality started changing. And specifically, I remember True. So I start laying back. I like saying lay back, get comfortable. But I remember True in his outline. And his outline, and I know Charles was there too, but you were right in front of me. So yours stood out being right in front of me. And it looked like I fucking knew that outline fucking 10,000 years ago. I knew that. That was fucking, it was more familiar than a family member. It was more familiar than anything. Like, oh yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, him.
Okay,
yeah.
no.
I'm like, and you get to a point on DMT where you're like, how could I forget? Like you've said that before. You're like, man, how could I forget? How did I forget that? Of course I'm back here.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going back. But this realm is so powerful and so intense. Like as the world is changing, I'm seeing his outline, but you gotta understand what's going on. You gotta understand what's going on while I'm seeing his outline. Like the world is like going whoa, 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 whoa. I get a high pitched frequency sound, but I do remember this. So beside his outline was kind of to my right, and I do remember seeing like temple doors, but they were in series. And I've seen this before on mushrooms, where I've seen like a temple door coming up like this, but there's another one behind it and another one behind it, almost like the mirror effect. Yeah, and another one behind it and another. And that whatever that temple was, I felt like I was going, you were there, and I was going through that month, but that was like almost my home. Like I'd been there before. And I start to go through there, but as I go through, I go through the first one, I go through the first temple door, and it's like this dark forest, but it was, you can't just, like, that doesn't do it justice, calling it dark forest. Like, it had other dimensions and layers, and it was alive, and every tree had character, and like, I'm going through that, and I literally feel like somebody that's very powerful here. Like this is This is my home. This is where I belong. Like, I dominate this forest. Like, this is my shit. This is my shit here. Like, these spooky trees and shit. Like, this is my shit. And it was just so beautiful in a dark way. But then, like, I keep going, and I go through dimension door number 2, and it's like light. It's the opposite. It's like the yang to the yin, and it's like a light forest, and it's all lit up, and with little fairies or orbs or spirits or whatever going around there, and then I can't remember. I went through I'd say at least 3 more doors, but I can't remember door 3. I can't remember door 4. I can't remember door 5. I just know I went through them. But they were their own worlds. They were different worlds. So I went through, I remember some of the first 2 worlds. I can't remember world 3, world 4, world 5. Then I open my eyes, I start coming back to this world, but this world was like still all fucked up. Like, it was still in its own, it still looked like, I remember these lights here, like these candles, and this brick here. Like, it still looked like this ultra dimensional castle of some sort with these 2 characters and playing whatever role they're playing, which I couldn't define at the time. I just knew they were familiar. Like, I know these motherfuckers, and I couldn't, like, I felt like I couldn't come back. I felt like it had been 1,000 years and I couldn't come back. Like I was here, but it wasn't like, oh shit, I can't come back. I lost my mind forever. No, it wasn't like that. I was like, this is fucking dope. Like, this is fucking, this castle, whatever I'm in right now, even though I know we're in the house, it was like so dope that it's caught me by surprise, because I hadn't tripped that hard before on a DMT trip that I can remember, where I like stayed there. Usually once I open my eyes and I get here, I can just, a shudder of the shoulder and I'm back. But like, this was shudder of the shoulder, blink of the eyes, rub of the eye. And no, it wasn't. I was still here in this ultra dimensional castle, and it tripped me out that I couldn't make it go away. But it was dope. There's a lack of visual detail that I can provide y'all, but it was dope in the fact that it felt like very ancient, okay? Like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, we did this shit, and we'll continue to do this shit, and we'll meet on these planes. This shit ain't nothing new to us. But it was so dope to get a glimpse of it, and it was extra dope to stay in there for a minute. Even when my body wanted to come back, I was still there. And it was kind of cool to lose that control for a minute, because I'm used to being able to bring myself back just like that. And to not bring myself back it had me tripping. That's why I was laughing so hard, is I couldn't bring myself back if I wanted to. Like, I couldn't.
Okay, what did you mean when you said it felt like you had, like, I think in the end you said something about 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Yeah. In the end or the beginning?
I don't know if it was the end or the beginning.
Because, yeah,
I think you were standing there already, so it was the end.
Yeah, the end. That's 1 foot in, 1 foot out was mean like, okay, I know my body's here trying to come back, but I still got 1 foot in that dimension that won't let me. I couldn't unsee it. I couldn't make that dimension go away. And that dimension was fucking dope. I mean, when you're adding dimensions and colors and depth and character to every single object, that's a dope place. Yeah. And I couldn't make it go away. So, but I knew that my body was here. So that's why I had 1 foot here, that I knew I was here, and 1 foot there that I still saw over there. So that's what it was. But anyway,
now you said what were the things that were stacked, like, one behind the other? You said they were like Not like doorways, but was they like doorways?
Yeah, I mean they're like, I'd say like 15-foot tall doorways, what you consider like a gate to heaven or something.
Yeah.
I mean it's tall doorway. The only difference in that one, the only difference in those doorways, instead of being rectangle, is at the top they go to a point. And yeah, but they're rectangle here, and then they go to a point, and they're kind of prism colored. There's like got multiple colors to them, but there's one behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, behind the other.
So when you step through, like say this one right here, when you step through this one, it was like a whole nother place.
Yes.
And then you could still see another like door.
Yeah.
behind.
Well, I'd be in that other place for a minute, and I'd go through that other place, whether it's that forest or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'd remember and then it would take me through the next door. Like once I stepped through one, I would forget about the doors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'd step through one, and now I'm in the wood. Now I'm in this interdimensional woods, and so I'm checking that place out. I'm scoping that place. I'm roaming through there. But I almost felt like it was my home or something. Like I felt that familiar with it.
Yeah.
Like as crazy as the place was. And then when I kind of get through roaming around there, then all of a sudden I jump through the third door and I forgot there were other doors. Like it's not like I was voluntarily going through them. Like I was like, okay, let's go through door. No, it was like it took me through them one at a time.
Well, okay, did it seem like the you that was going through these doors, did that aspect of you know what it was doing?
No, it was so intense. I did not know what the fuck was going on for a while. No. I'm just putting it together now because now I recognize I went from world to world to world, and I saw the door to door to door. So now it makes sense. Every time I went through a door, I went through a world. But while I was in there, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm just going from world to world and roaming this place, even though it felt very familiar and I felt very dominant in those worlds. I still felt kind of like I was on a ride, that I wasn't really in control. It's kind of weird to feel dominant, but like this is my place, this is my shit here. These are my woods. But at the same time, you're not like driving. You're like in auto mode. You're in auto drive,
So as you
autopilot.
was going through, did you like have any like perception of your body?
No.
Or other body?
No perception of the human body, but I did feel like I had something. I just don't know what.
Yeah.
It may have been a human form. It may have been a spiritual orb form. I'm not sure. I know I wasn't like low on the ground. I was pretty tall. Whatever I was pretty tall. I know I was kind of up there. But yeah, that was dope. And there was some other place, like the most vivid place that I could recall back and draw was the first door, was the dark woods. And yeah, there was some shit. That place had some character, man. There was some shit going down there. There were scraps and foot. It was like the hood of the fucking nature. Like it had character.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking its version of shootouts and that place had character. Like, cause I remember there were different characters all around it, and I wasn't scared of none of it. I felt like I knew all of them.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of witnessing what they were doing as I was going by. Their little skirmishes and their little bullshit. They're like, but I do remember, what I remember clearly is how vivid everything was. I wish I could remember some of the characters. There were definitely characters in there. But yeah, I remember how vivid those words were. And man, I'm telling you, I did not think I could see that shit off one hit, but I did.
Man.
Like that was good there.
It was like you instantly knew.
Yeah.
Like once you stopped that hit, you instantly knew.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm there, I did it.
Did I say that?
What did he
Something
say?
like
Yeah,
that.
something
I
there.
killed it. I killed it.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
I knocked it out of
killed
the park.
I knocked it out
Yeah.
of the park. Like I'm
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's what I said. So yeah, I do remember that. I said I knocked this out of the park, and because I knew however I took that hit, it was so good because I started instantly seeing everything change. But it's not just about seeing everything change. It's about the memory. It's like, oh yeah, I've been here before. Oh yeah, I'm going back to whatever this ancient shit is. Like, and it's kind of crazy because I've had something similar before on DMT, but this was really strong this time. This was like, oh, this shit is in here, like deep somewhere that I can recall this place. So let me read some of the. I don't know. Maybe Charles. I don't know if you can read some of the comments on there so I can answer.
Let's see here. We got. Sorry, I got to angle the phone up like that.
I got the glasses. I got the
Right,
glasses.
okay.
Yeah, I got them. I got the glasses. He said, he's heck yes, man. Ghetto Einstein said, wish I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, good looking out, Master Creator. Oh, he said 2 hours away, Master Creator.
Sure, yeah.
Tim said, what's up? What's up, Yosa? Hey, man. Hey, bro, what's the name? Hold on. You was right. My bad. Let me remove him again. My bad. I thought that somebody else deleted that. And then everybody gave the thumbs up. Is this live still about a DMT trip? Yes, it is. That was Rob talking about, because he just got back. So he was explaining his DMT experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, Yosef, for taking that off.
All right, that's it. I had to bring it back for a minute. I told him to get the phone out because I didn't want to lose any of it.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about mine. It was light. I started coughing early. I was smoking, so I started coughing early. So we gonna be back though, because that was Rob's. We want to save his to himself. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm jealous.
That was. That was. Even from my standards.
That's crazy.
Caught me by surprise.
But okay. That's. I still got a few questions.
Yep.
You almost ready?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. The memory. The memory when you felt like you knew me or you knew this, what you were seeing, like you seen it before, or you been there, like this was your domain. What was that feeling like? Like what was it? Like, did you feel like you knew?
Yeah, it was. It felt kind of ridiculous that I ever forgot.
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm like, how could you you forgot this?
Yeah.
Like, if anything, this is the most intense, interdimensional, ancient, like in your core soul shit that has ever been, and you forgot this, but it's kind of a joke that you forgot it. And so when it starts coming back, it was within, when I finally held in and passed it to you, it was 5 to 10 seconds before I was like, oh yeah.
That fast?
Yeah. I've been here and I recognize you. One thing I wish I knew is exactly the roles or how I knew y'all from back then. But I just remember y'all's at the very least, or the silhouettes of you, the shapes of I just know that I knew you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was definitely okay, these are my people. These are some of the main characters. I'll put it that way. These are some of the real people. So because you were in the temple, that's the thing. You were at the door of the temple. That's one way where I knew okay, you're for whatever reason, at least in my reality at that level, you're one of the main ones, because the doors were right here and you're right by the doors, but you're acting like it ain't shit to you. You're oh yeah, go on in there.
We've been expecting you.
Yeah, we've been expecting, that kind of shit. Like, yeah, we've been expecting you. We got you. Come on in. Yeah. Where you been? Yeah, food's waiting on you, like in there, like that kind of shit. And so that's, that familiarity. Even you could add the visuals, you could add the interdimension shit, you could add the force I was talking about, you could add characters, entities, but that's one of the things that's most amazing is what feels like the deja vu memory recall to it and the connection that you have with this place, with these people. That's fucking dope. And I don't know why I waited a year to fucking do this shit, but
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, because that definitely does not represent every DMT trip I had. That was very unique to most of them I had. That's why I asked them to get the phone out to record it.
Yeah, that was different.
Yep, but that's all I got for now.
What color was the doors?
The doors were, the first one was dark, but the first one was dark. Everyone behind that was like light blue, almost like light blue or quartz colored. Yeah. But the borders were prism colored. So it's like dark and then prism border. And behind that, it's like blue, light blue door, like sky blue, like light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue, and all the borders are like prism colored. So I can see those doors, draw them out clearly.
He just knew he hit a home run.
I knew I did.
That's what I'm saying. On this, you can tell because you can fully loading up. Like, dang, ooh, this is gonna be. I can tell this is a deep one.
It wasn't even my breath. Like my breath, I was making sure that I had enough air that I'd be all right to hold it in. But before I could even think of, okay, am I okay on oxygen? Like before I can even think about that, I start going in. Mm-hmm. So that's how I knew it was fast when I held it in. And that however I did that one, the Wim Hof and holding it in, even though it felt almost uncomfortable, it was a good one.
So that part where you was in like the crazy forest. Dang, I know that was beautiful.
That crazy forest was dope. Yosef said, I actually lucid dream every time I go to sleep, but it didn't start happening around 6 or 7 years old. But I had a wild ass experience before I had the ability. Don't want to say too much right now. But one day I need an interview so I can get it off my chest.
Okay, Joseph.
All right, Joseph. Timation. It's always happening. That's cool, Rob. Adam. Big dose of mushrooms are better in my opinion. Yeah, that can do it too, but
we're gonna find out
we're gonna find out tomorrow. That's part two. Yeah. All right, I appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, all right, y'all. We're gonna tap out. Charles about to dive in, and then we'll be right back so he can give his experience. So stay tuned. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty fast. But thanks for watching, and we'll be right back because we want to keep everybody's stuff separate. So all right, peace out, y'all. Peace and love.